Okay, crafty friends, today we're going to make a Christmas tree out of book pages and whatever you choose to use for your tree trunk. So without further ado, let's get started. Now this one is going to be a tree, a Christmas tree, with torn pages from a book. Any old book will do. And I'm going to roll mine on tiny dowels. I mean, kind of small. But I'm going to do a couple samples on a big dowel, this giant dowel. There again are this assortment of dowels that if you don't have these in your craft stash, you should. I use these dowels for everything. They come in all different sizes. Anyway, I'm using this big dowel so you can really see. You just start with the wide edge first and roll it down to the small edge. Splat a little bit of glue. And then I rub my finger on that point as I'm rubbing the last little piece down. Rub your finger across there to finalize that little point and slide it off of your dowel. And you could get a little rhythm because you'll end up needing a lot of these to make a tree. These are all the ones I have rolled already for my actual tree that I'm making. Now I have these wooden napkin rings and I'm going to use them for my tree trunk. So I'm just going to hot glue those little babies together. And I think 3 will be good. I have a ton of these, so I'm going to make I have another project to do with these too. But there's my tree trunk for my tree. Now, as you'll see, I have them in graduated sizes. And then I'm going to start with the bottom, with the longest ones. And you see how I'm just bending them in half? We're going to end up making like a pinwheel. So I'll bend it in half. And then I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue right in that crook, right in the V, to hold it together. You see how I have it in the V? Then I've got to hold them for a second to let them harden up. And then you can get this like in a little system too. So bend a few of them, put the little glue there, and then just start making a pile of them. And when you get 4, I think I'm using 5. When you get enough for a circle of them, you can stop and glue them together. And again, like the first trees that we did, it doesn't matter if one piece is longer. I think that makes it look more realistic. I'm not that, I'm like the Bob the Painter or whatever his name was. There's a happy little accident over here, happy little accident over there. And if you don't sweat that small stuff, it usually turns out to be a plus. And in the case that it doesn't, you can always cut it off, throw it away, whatever. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I lied. There's 5. It looks like I'm gonna need 7. Now you see the bigger pieces that I have up above. Wait, 6 is probably about right. 6-7 might be a little crowded, but for the base one, it might not be a bad idea. Oops. The strings of the hot glue are so annoying. I love hot glue because it's so fast to work with, but the strings can really mess you up. Okay, that'll probably be good for a base for my very first layer. So I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue right on the end. And just pop them together like this. You know, you don't want to glue it all the way down the side because you don't want to close it up. You want them to be like little branches, because you might want to put ornaments on your tree, or you might want to put lights on your tree. Now, I have never made one with the big dowel, like the pages I have right here above. But I think if you did with the great big pieces, that you would need fewer, you know, it would be less time rolling all these pieces. But I feel like it would be really flimsy. The ones rolled on the really tiny dowel are nice and sturdy. Also, while I was doing this, I was thinking you could do the same thing probably with just straws. Like if you had some red and white straws, or those little paper straws, you could just bend them in half and do like this. You see I have the different size piles now. Got a pile of the bigger ones, then smaller and smaller and smaller, so that as I glue them down, I'll have them already separated. But you could do this with straws and just cut your straws shorter as you go. So it's just the hot glue. So it's just one layer and then the next. This first one, I'm gluing it in a couple places to the napkin ring, and then after that I think I'm going to try gluing them just in the center and see how that works. And I'm going to try to turn them a little bit, stagger them, because you see there are empty spaces around. So I'm going to try to stagger the next one where it covers up that empty space. Still leaving a hole right there. And I figure as I go, I'll look and see. Like I might only need 3 or 4 of each layer, or I might need more, but I can always go back and tear more book pages and cut more pieces. Looking at it, it looks like I might have just the right amount of pre-rolled sections. I'm gonna go with what I have. And for the very top, I've made a couple just little V's that I'm gonna poke them up there and make them stand straight up so I could put a star on top if I wanted, put some lights. So it looks like the top of a tree, and it gives me a few options, but you could leave it flat like this and just put a little angel on top. Or just put a star on top. I'm thinking I may just leave mine plain because I am making this for a neighbor. I'm making all of these for neighbors, and some of them are men, so I was thinking this with the last little item that I'm gonna make are gonna go together for a Christmas centerpiece for a man. But that's not set in stone yet. I may check it out with some lights or a few ornaments. I never know when to leave well enough alone and just quit while I'm ahead. So that looks pretty cute. Let me lean it over here and show y'all. Look, that's cute. And then here it is with lights and a little star, well, a big star on top. And here it is with a little star. I put a little wooden star and a little train track around it. So that's it for today. Please don't forget to hit the like button, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.